Hey guys, DJ here with HomeGrown Ministries. Yes, we officially have a channel name. Came up with this after some back and forth with a few people, my wife included, and it fits what I'm trying to do and how we started, as well as it's catchy, so I like it. So this video is going to talk a little bit about the channel name, where it came from, how we got here today. So there's not going to be a Bible verse in this video, but there's going to be a second video today that I'm going to post. If you see me wearing the same shirt twice, that's why. So I want to talk a little bit about what I like to call brain ninjas. So women, if you're out there and you're watching this video, you have the power to be a brain ninja. Sounds like a bad thing, but really, it's a really good thing. So I don't want to take credit for this. This is something that Dane Cook had said. See? Sinner, right here. Sinner. I know who Dane Cook is. Watched his stuff in the past. Sinner. All need God's grace, right? But so he had this skit where he talks about how women are brain ninjas. And what he means by that is they can say something really, really subtle that just, whatcha, attacks your brain. And as a man, you just think about it. And think about it. And think about it. And as you think about it, it progressively gets worse and festers. And so that's what happened with HomeGrown Ministries. So this all started at its very, very initial stage with Kelly, my wife. Beautiful woman, by the way. Love her to death. Babe, if you're watching, hi, love you. Hopefully you're not embarrassed. But we were sitting out at the fire, had put the kids to bed. If I didn't say it before, we have 2 kids under the age of 3. So putting kids to bed is like a mini vacation every night. Absolutely love it. But we're out sitting at a fire. I love fires. I love being outside, and we're relaxing. We're trying to see some shooting stars because it was one of those times. My wife's big into the solar system, the planets, all that fun stuff. And we're sitting there, and we decide to play 20 questions. Now, my wife and I have been married for 6 years, going on 7. It'll be 7 this October. And I don't know if you've ever tried to play 20 questions with your significant other, but it always ends up going down this rabbit hole of bad, right? Somebody ends up asking a question that they shouldn't have, or asking a question that's really, really touchy, and then somebody gets upset. Maybe it's just us. But so we played 20 questions, and we weren't mad, but one of the last questions that I had asked Kelly was, what is one thing as a husband that I can do to improve? Or one thing that you don't think I'm doing well enough? I guess I really was asking for punishment, but my wife is a very honest person, very sweet, very caring. She didn't mean it in a mean way. But what she said was, you know, I wish you were more open about your faith. And just like that, whatcha, right? She brain ninja'd me. And so what I mean by that is like, I don't know what about my faith. What do you mean? You're just dumb, right? I talk to people, and she looks at me and she goes, no, you don't. And she was right. She was right. In my head, I think it, but I don't always say it out loud. So, spent that night really thinking about that. Again, I talked about in one of my initial videos, the report card as a Christian. My wife gave me my grade, and right there it was an F, right? You can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't talk about it and you don't share it with people, it's not helping anybody. So, then this is where God's great, and He just works in mysterious ways. But what happens is the very next day, very next day, we go out to a party, have a bunch of aunts and uncles there, have one of my uncles from out of town who I don't see all that often. And I spent some time talking to him, and I mentioned this. He had told me about something that he was doing in his own community where he was going door to door, knocking on people's doors and just asking if anybody had something that they needed prayer for, starting the conversation very simply, not pushy, nothing like that, but to just approach people with the gospel from the community. And I think that's an awesome idea. It's wonderful. But like I said, I'm a scaredy cat. Big old scaredy cat. I'll talk to anybody, but knocking on my neighbor's door just scares the heck out of me. So I was praying that night, and I was saying, Lord, if that's something you want me to do, I'll do it. But I'm scared out of my wits. And I was being very resistant. So that night, after I pray, I go sit out and I watch YouTube on my smart TV, and I watch this guy. His name's Jeff Durbin. If you know who Jeff Durbin is, he's an awesome guy. He's part of Apologia Studios. Probably will put a link in the description below to his channel. It's really, really good. Very, very encouraging for a Christian believer. Before that, he actually, if you watched the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movies, he was the guy that did all the choreography. He's got like 5 black belts. Really cool guy. But check him out. But so I was watching one of his videos, and the video that came up as the next video. So not the video that I clicked on, you know, the YouTube rabbit hole where you click on a video, you watch it, and then another one starts. Well, the one that starts is how to use social media to share the gospel, right? And I was like, okay, God, I get it. My wife tells me, my uncle tells me, YouTube's telling me this is something that I have to do. So all because my wife brain ninja'd me, right? Whatcha? I'm doing this. It's scary. It's not as scary as knocking door to door, because if you guys don't like it, you don't have to watch it. You can leave nasty comments and I don't have to read it. So all good. But it's still scary. However, I was thinking, I just looked before I started this video. My first video has about 114 views so far. If I went around knocking on people's doors, there's no way that I would have talked to 114 people. So this is a wonderful tool, and Jeff Durbin was right. It's an excellent way to share the faith. But something that's integral to that, and I said it in the last video, and I say it at the end probably of every video, it's not me that's sharing this message. You guys have the power, just like my wife had the power, and this is the best part about the gospel. The people behind the scenes that aren't talked about make all the difference in the world. My wife will probably never have the courage to come on one of these videos. I hope she does, and I pray that she does one day to share her faith with you guys. But even if she doesn't, she's the one who brain ninja'd me into doing this. And you guys, by liking these videos, by commenting on them, by sharing them, by subscribing, you make this even more viewable to other people, and you might be the reason why somebody who wasn't going to see this video sees it. And honestly, you might save somebody's life. You might be the person that brings them to salvation because you shared this video. And don't just share my videos. If you see other Christian videos, please share them. Get the news out. I don't think enough of us are talking about it because we've been suppressed in this country to essentially say that if you're a Christian, you're not someone who's politically correct. And so you're not allowed to talk about it. And that's how I felt. So even today, I've had people comment in person about these videos, and it still panics me. It still scares me because I don't want to offend anyone. I want to bring everybody this message with grace and peace and love, right? And so I want to make sure that that isn't lost when I'm talking with people in person, and I don't want my fear to drive that. So guys, if you're watching this, I do ask you to pray for me too. Give me the courage, because this is something that is having people talk to me about it, and it's scary because I don't know where everybody stands and I don't know how they're going to react. So pray for me. I'll be praying for you. And again, just remember that you can be a brain ninja that changes somebody's life. So thank you guys for watching. I really cannot even understand the enormity of the support that you guys have showed me. So thank you so much. I love you guys. Please, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this stuff so that way more and more people can see and hear the message of the gospel. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.